Welcome to the Munro Review, where it's all about connecting, sharing, and valuing the arts in the Central San Joaquin Valley. I'm Donald Munro. Today is August 10th, and I am excited to be here in the beautiful CMAC studio in downtown Fresno with a live studio audience. Yay! Now, you might notice that I'm in a different place than for a regular show because tonight we have a very special treat for you. The second edition of the Munro Review Game Show. The topic this evening is musical theater, both national and local. Now, I'll be explaining the various games and rules in a moment, but first I want to introduce you to our three illustrious contestants. First is Camille Gaston, who was last seen in Selma Arts Center's Next to Normal. Now, Camille, just tell us a few of your other favorite local roles. What have you been in?
Sister Act, when I was Dolores / Sister Mary Clarence. And another one that comes to mind is when I was Gary Coleman in Avenue Q.
That was a great show. Now, our second contestant is Miguel Gastelum, whom I think I last saw on stage doing Drunken Shakespeare in the Fools Collective production of Swill at the Rogue Festival. You're also a director, and you work at Fresno State. Tell us about that.
Yes, I do, yes. I just directed with Haley another production of Drunk Shakespeare this past Rogue Festival, and yes, I'm a communications specialist, box office manager, and front of house manager at Fresno State in the theater department.
Well, great. Yeah. And our third contestant is Amalie Larsen, whose last show was Bad Seed at Good Company Players. Creepy show. You have been in so many shows that my head swims. Just give us a few for now.
Let's see. I was also in Man of La Mancha. I have been in Mamma Mia with Stageworks and many, many others. I was really happy, though, to be in Bad Seed with my daughter, Finley. So we had a good time in that one.
You have a very talented theatrical family. I think maybe we can talk about that a little later.
Yes.
Okay, so it's time to get to what everybody is waiting for, the game show. I can tell you it wouldn't be a true game show without a prize. The winner will receive the Donnie Award.
Oh.
So we're going to be playing 4 games. The first is Name That Tune. This will be a timed contest, so use your buzzer to chime in. You've all got the little buzzer app on your phone. You will receive 1 point for the title of the song and 1 point for the show it's from.
Okay.
If someone misses, the next one to buzz in gets a guess.
Okay.
All right, so we are going to turn our attention to the screen, and here is number 1.
Nothing Like a Dame, South Pacific.
I need to have a buzzer of my own. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Do we have another guess, another buzz in? Or we can continue.
Oh.
I know it's South Pacific, but I don't know those.
Okay, and so Camille buzzes in.
Is it Bloody Mary for South Pacific?
It is. All right. So 2 points. 2 points for Camille.
Yes.
Are we ready for the next one?
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Whose dresses are all hand-me-downs and scrubs. Just say
Is it Here Lies Love from Here Lies Love?
It is Here Lies Love from Here Lies Love. Now, Miguel, you were actually the one who turned me on to that musical.
I was?
You were. You talked to me about it. You said it was.
I did?
Yeah, you did.
Wow, interesting. I don't even remember.
Okay.
But I believe you.
Let's go for number 3.
okay, call me a lunatic.
A Alone in the Universe from Seussical.
That is correct. So we have
got
2 more
it.
points for Miguel.
Thank you so much.
All right, here's number 4.
And you don't even know from there talking about Jamie?
That is correct.
Okay.
Wow.
Because I was like, is that the name?
That was yeah, we didn't even get to watch the whole thing.
Sorry.
No, we didn't even
we
get
didn't get to see
to watch the
anything.
whole thing.
Sorry, it's very good.
All right,
Proud of you.
Thank you so much.
number 5.
No, we're not.
Costumes thank God, please keep me on the staff. Make the show or thank God. Most of all, God let the people laugh. 20 noble seconds to prepare. You hold your breath.
Welcome to the King Kaiser Comedy Cavalcade.
I just played that through because I like it so much. Okay, so that was 20 million people from my favorite year.
Oh.
No, don't
Wow.
know it.
Fun Fresno fact, that was Evan Pappas, who is Constantine Pappas's
Yep.
uncle.
Oh.
And he starred in Broadway
Cool.
on that show.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right,
don't even know.
that was I think that was the toughest one. So it's number 6.
No, there's more.
Is it Another Winter in a Summer Town from Grey Gardens?
It is.
Oh.
So 2 points for Miguel.
I worked on that show. That's why.
No fair.
All right, number 7.
I don't know why I'm trying.
Is it a bushel on a peck from Guys and Dolls?
I knew that one, actually.
Why are we playing?
I don't know. I really thought you were going to win.
No.
Okay, this is just the first game. So
Oh,
all right,
no.
number
How many more of
8.
these?
Gosh. You did it.
6 from 6.
That is correct.
Oh.
That clip was actually from the NPR Tiny
Tiny
Desk
Desk
concert
concert,
that
yeah.
they did, which is wonderful. You should find it online. All right,
How many more?
there are 2 more.
She's like, I want to get
2 more tunes. 2 more tunes. Here's number
We
9.
can do this.
I think I did it first.
I think it was me.
I think it was
No,
me.
it was me.
I don't know.
Okay, let's do Amalie.
What if we split the points and
Okay,
I could
we'll
say the
split
name
the-
of the
we'll
song
split
and
the
she says the
points.
show?
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Do you want to build a snowman?
From Frozen.
Exactly. So we have 1 point for Miguel, 1 for Amalie. That was good. That was good cooperation. Okay, here's the very last one. Very last one. Okay.
Is it Mr. Cellophane from Chicago?
You are correct. All right. So let's hear from our scorekeeper. We have Camille. How many points does Camille have? 4.
Yeah.
Camille has 4.
Yes.
How many does Amalie have?
3.
She has 4.
Ah!
And how many does Miguel have? Miguel has 11. Oh. Okay. So now it's time for our second game.
Take my Donnie now.
For this one,
There's no way.
For this one, we asked a local veteran actor to help us out. Roger Christensen is an original company member of Good Company Players. He is currently appearing in The Little Mermaid, which runs through September 10th at Roger Rocca's Dinner Theater. Now, one thing you should know is that besides being a consummate community theater performer, Roger spent his career managing art film theaters in the Los Angeles area, and he met lots of interesting people, so he has some stories to tell. Now, this is going to work sort of Hollywood Squares style. And Roger is our celebrity. So I'm going to ask a question, and he is going to give an answer. And then you have to decide whether that answer is true or false. You'll receive 2 points for a correct answer. Now we're going to do this one by one, but you're not going to know if this is your question until after you hear the question. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So here we are for our very first one. The current Broadway hit musical & Juliet stars a Visalia native who once starred in a Good Company Players production. What is her name? Now let's listen to Roger. Who is that person?
Oh my goodness, I am so proud of Heidi Blickenstaff. She was so wonderful in that. I saw it just this last year, and actually I saw her do Annie at GCP years ago, so it was a special thrill.
Okay, Amalie, this is your question. Is that true or false?
False.
You are correct. And what is the correct answer?
I think it's Betsy Wolfe.
It is Betsy Wolfe, who happens to be starring on Broadway right now in that show. Okay, so the next question is Juan Luis Guzman, who just finished giving a stirring performance as the baker in the Madera Theater Project production of Into the Woods, is a published poet. Which of the following is the title of one of his poems? It's either A Prairie Rest, Song of a Sister, Onions, or Sweet Peaches. So let's hear Roger's answer.
I read this. The correct title is Song of a Sister, about growing up in Barstow. Yeah.
Miguel.
You knew it was going to be me.
Is this true or false?
I'm going to say true.
The answer is false.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
That's what I was going to say also.
And the correct answer is Onions.
Oh.
He wrote a poem called Onions. Okay, so here is our next question. You can probably guess who is going to get this next one.
It better be something I know.
Okay, who of the following was not in the Center Stage Clovis production of All Is Calm? It's either 1, Daniel Sutherland, 2, Darren Tharp, 3, Randy Colress, or 4, Terry Lewis. Let's listen to Roger's answer.
Well, it wasn't Terry Lewis. Terry Lewis is not in All Is Calm. That I know.
So Camille, is this true or false?
It's true.
It is true. You are correct. So Terry Lewis might be in every single other show in the Valley, but he was not in All Is Calm. Okay, so let's go for our next question, and we're mixing things up so you don't know which is going to be the next one.
Okay.
The question is, on a recent trip to New York, Roger got the poster from a new Broadway musical signed by the cast. What is the show? Let's listen to his answer.
It was the gorgeous, with 27 pieces in the orchestra, Sweeney Todd. Big stars, all on the poster, signed.
So his answer is Sweeney Todd. Miguel, what do you say? Is Sweeney Todd true or false?
I wish I knew Roger better now. I'm going to say true.
Let's let him elaborate, okay?
Yes, I lied about that, of course. The true answer was Kimberly Akimbo, which deserved to win the best, and I can't believe I got the poster much cheaper than I would have had I paid for the Sweeney Todd poster. And it won, and it has Victoria Clark and all these fabulous award winners, and the show is fabulous, and I hope it comes to California real soon.
Paid $80 for the Akimbo poster, and the Sweeney Todd poster was $200.
Oh, wow.
There you go. He got a deal. All right, our next question is, Roger once appeared in the GCP production of Oliver, playing Mr. Brownlow opposite Abigail Nolte as Nancy. Here is the inside story, and you're going to have to decide whether this is true or false.
Well, the Oliver experience was just incredible. Every night I would stand behind the scrim and get tears in my eyes listening to Abigail Nolte sing As Long as He Needs Me. But I tell you, there was a night in one of the scenes where she got so involved. She was Nancy. And she got so involved in the character that she turned around and on stage just walloped Bill Sykes, who was played by Greg Rood. It was really kind of off script, and he stayed in the moment as the brute, as the person who ultimately kills her, and he shoved her back. And it was like this electric moment, but I thought, how are they going to get through this? But they ad-libbed their way back into the script, and they never did that again. But it was jaw-dropping.
Camille, is this true or false?
I'm going to say false.
You're correct.
No way.
All right, one more. We're to our last one. When he was a manager of an LA art film theater, Roger once had to ask an unruly famous actor sitting in the front row to leave because this man was mocking Rob Lowe's performance in a movie. So the question is, who was the actor? It's either Nicolas Cage, Colin Farrell, Christian Bale, or Charlie Sheen. Now here's Roger. Let's hear his answer.
Well, I prefer to say that I threw Nicolas Cage out of a theater, but the truth is I simply had to ask Nicolas Cage to leave.
Amalie, true or false? Was it Nicolas Cage or was it Charlie?
Goodness. I don't know. Would Nick Cage do that? And would Roger do that? I don't know. I'm going to say true. He had to ask Nick Cage to leave.
Okay, let's hear the story.
In 1987, I was managing a theater called Lemley's Music Hall Theater in Beverly Hills, and we had a special screening of an independent film called Square Dance. And in this film, one of the featured actors was Rob Lowe. And it was at this screening, it was a full house. There was about 700 people. And Rob Lowe's family was in the audience, and his little brother, Chad, came out to the lobby with tears in his eyes that there was somebody in the front row who was screaming at the screen and making fun of his brother every time that he appeared on the screen. And could the manager do something about that? So I got my trusty, flashlight and walked down to the front row, and it was Nicolas Cage and one of his buddies. And of course, he is like a party animal with Rob Lowe, and they were just, having one of their bad boy moments. And I just said, oh, you can't do that. You'll have to leave. And he just very quietly got up and walked out the exit door.
So 2 points for Amalie.
Yes.
And also a round of applause for Roger. Yes. He ad-libbed those answers. It is scary how persuasive he's going to be. I totally believe the Bill Sykes thing. That's totally right. Okay, so before we move on to our next game, let's check in with our contestants again. Camille, how many points does Camille have? 8 points. 8 points for Camille.
Nice.
Amalie?
Amalie also has 8 points.
8 points, tied. And Miguel? 11 points.
So
they're getting up there. Okay, so let's tackle our third game. And this one is called Name That Prop. We are going to show you photographs or clips of important props from different musicals. You'll get 1 point for getting the name of the prop and its significance, and 1 point for the name of the show. So get your buzzers ready.
Okay, there's a word.
God, this is going to be awful. All right, I'm going to do this. I can do this.
All right, so are we ready? Let's go
Yes.
for number 1.
That's the burn book for Mean Girls.
It's the burn book from Mean Girls.
Oh.
So 2 points for Miguel.
Yes, Miguel.
Are we
Not
ready
at
for
all.
number 2? Ready, go.
Oh.
Here was the answer.
Full thing.
Okay, this is not, yeah, that's.
I know what it is, though.
What?
It's an ad.
Let me click onto the next one and see if it. Oh yeah, we have.
I still know what it is.
Digital quality. Miguel, what is it?
They're the lights from Hadestown.
No, they're the candlesticks from Les Mis.
Oh,
Correct.
they totally are candlesticks.
Correct. Amalie.
See, though?
How do you know that?
This is called check your resolution before you send the image to Kyle. Okay.
Good job, Emily.
So number 3. Yeah, it is kind of almost preternatural or whatever, right? Okay, let's give you number 3.
It's the fish from Come From Away.
You are correct. Come from away. It's the fish that the guy has to kiss.
Yeah.
It's the tradition. Yeah. Okay, here's number 4.
Oh.
Amalie.
It's the cast from Dear Evan Hansen.
That is correct. The cast. You know, there's a picture of all the casts that the different Evan Hansens have worn in the dressing room.
Oh, sorry.
Are you ready for number 5?
I think.
Sorry.
We got 2 more of these.
Sorry, there's an ad. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, number 5.
Well, that's Sweeney Todd's razor from Sweeney Todd.
It is
Barbara
Sweeney
Fleet
Todd's
Street.
razor from Sweeney
Stephen Sondheim.
Todd.
But this stupid thing wasn't.
All right.
Happened to me earlier.
And here is our last one, number 6.
Okay, wait.
Oh, another resolution issue.
Is it
I knew what it was. I knew it. Oh, did I get it? I have it. I knew it was the fork from Little Mermaid. The
But
Dingle Hopper.
Dingle hopper, because you get a bonus point if you called it a dingle hopper. So that would actually be 3 points for Amalie. So before we move on to the 4th and final game, I do want to check in with each of you and give you a chance to kind of tell our audience, you know, what you're working on, you know, some things that we can be looking out for in the Fresno theater scene. So Miguel, let's start with you.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, I work at Fresno State. I do the box office, and we're currently selling season tickets for our season. We have 4 Fresno premieres, and then also our dance concert and the musical Spring Awakening in the spring. You can buy season tickets by visiting our website, fresnostate.edu/theaterarts. I'm also on the Fools Collaborative Board, and we have an event coming up on October 15th with Fresno State's new LGBTQ+ studies program. That'll be at Gazebo Gardens, and it has a Wonderland theme, so that should be fun.
Well, fantastic. Thanks for that. Thanks for that update. Amalie, you were last in Bad Seed.
Yes.
Again, creepy show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And what is it like, I want to ask you, sharing the stage with your daughter?
It's amazing. We had a blast. There were days when she did not want to go, so that was hard, but we always managed to pull through. I have been lucky enough to share the stage with Maisie, who is my oldest, and with Finley, who is my youngest. Still looking for a chance to get to do a show with Evie, who is the middle child, and she is always telling me that it's not fair that we have not been in a show together. So right now I am the out-of-cast understudy for Little Mermaid, and Maisie and Evie, who are my oldest and my middle child, are in that show. So we're sort of in a show together, but not really. So please go see that. That's through September 10th, I think. And then the next show, my kids are also in the next show, and they will be in Pirates of Penzance, which is also at Roger Rocca's. And that show goes through November, I think, so from September 10th through November. So please check that one out, because that's a really fun show as well.
Well, great. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And Camille, you have an exciting new venture to tell us about.
Yeah.
That you just started, or you're starting.
I've been cast in Once the Musical, which is going to be with Center Stage Clovis. So I am playing Raisa.
And that's in November?
That is October. October 5th to October 14th.
Oh, okay. So they're doing it earlier.
Yeah, the first 2 weekends in October. Yeah.
Okay. Well, great. Well, wonderful. And of course, go out and support local theater whenever you can. They love the audiences. So let's have our final, or this is our subtotal, I guess, before our last game. So Miguel?
Miguel has 17 points.
17 for Miguel.
Thank you.
You really came back in that last one?
Like Heather's the Musical. See, there's a tie-in. That's what I was going for.
Amalie. What's?
He has 15 points.
15. So 17 for Miguel, 15 for Amalie and Camille.
It's okay.
Okay, Camille has it.
It's okay. You don't have to.
All right. So this last one is
With a buzzer?
not a buzzer. This is a one. This is a one at a time, and this is our famous game that's called mono wrongs, not monologues, but mono wrongs.
Okay.
I'm going to ask each contestant to read a short monologue off the TV, but I'm going to ask you to do it in the style of a character from a Broadway show.
Oh, no.
If you can get through the entire monologue without completely cracking up, you'll receive 2 points.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to bump that up and make it, higher stakes. It'll be 4 points.
Oh!
Okay. So this might determine the winner.
To make you lose.
So our first monologue goes to Camille.
Oh!
I want you to do this in the style of the Mother Superior in The Sound of Music. Now remember, this is the first time Camille has seen this text. I'll give you a few seconds to look it over and start when you're ready.
Oh.
Okay?
Oh,
So think of Mother Superior, get into character.
I only know Mother Superior from Sister Act.
Oh my gosh, I did Shakespeare.
From here? Okay. What is this about?
So this is Shakespeare.
It's Shakespeare! Oh no!
She needs to be drunk.
I know, I need to be drunk. What's he that wishes so? My cousin Westmoreland? No, my fair cousin. If we are marked to die, we are enough to do our country loss. And if to live the fewer men, the greater share of honor. God's will, I pray thee, wish not one man more. By who? Jovi from the elf? If I am not covetous for gold, nor care I who doth feed upon my cost, it yearns me not. If men my garments wear, such outward things dwell, not in my desires, but if it be a sin to covet honor, I am the most offending soul alive.
Oh, wonderful. So what do we say, audience? 3 points, 4 points? Okay. Really? So four points for Camille. Okay. Our next monologue is for Amalie.
Oh, God. Okay.
I want you to do this in the style of the monster in Young Frankenstein.
Okay. Okay. Never seen Frankenstein. My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close a consecrated bower. While she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this disadvantage take, an ass's pole I fixed on his head.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that rasp.
Thank you. That's the monster.
That's the monster. And finally, our third monologue is for Miguel. I want you to do this in the style of Miss Trunchbull in Matilda.
God, okay. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come! Let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation proceeding from the heat oppressed brain? I see thee yet in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way I was going, and such an instrument I was to use.
Oh, wow. So Emma Thompson, just move over. Miguel is here. So I think that's got to be 4 points.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So
Six.
let's have our final compilation of the points.
I think you won.
Our total for Camille. 12 points, a respectable showing.
Respectable.
For Amalie,
Respectable.
19. And for Miguel, 21 points. So, Miguel, you
Yes.
win the coveted Donnie Award. I know that you're going to keep this trophy, which is printed on a 3D printer. I think you are going to treasure that for,
I will.
for
I'm gonna-
all of your days.
Right?
Well, that wraps it up for the second annual TMR game show on CMAC. I'd like to give an extra shout out to CMAC staffers Kyle Lowe, Alex Soto, and Andrea Franco for helping make all this come together, and to our CMAC member volunteer crew, yay, for their hard work. And finally, to these fearless contestants for braving the unknown and embarking on this adventure with us. Remember to go to their shows and support local theater. We'll see you next time.